All right, let's begin. So could you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Jin Kim.
Jin Kim.
Yes.
Nice one. And Jin, are you working or are you a student?
Currently, I am taking a break. I'm just doing part-time jobs or like a freelancer work, but yeah.
Okay. And could you tell me about your hometown?
Hometown, I'll probably, I guess it'll be New Zealand, I guess. But yeah, New Zealand is a country, it's pretty a chilled place. Obviously less busy than Seoul, but it's very beautiful nature. I love the weather there. The climate's beautiful. It's a pretty chilled place.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you dislike about your hometown?
Mostly, I guess it's just like a personal thing, but it does get pretty slow, to be honest. Yeah. So some people, especially me, I do get bored. Yeah, living there, but yeah, I guess that's probably the only downside. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about art and drawing. So do you like art?
Ooh, I'm pretty, I like it, but I'm pretty, my sister is an artist, but she took all the talents, so I'm pretty far away from it, but yeah, I like going to galleries sometimes, yeah, but not quite high up.
Okay. And do you want to learn more about art?
So sorry, if you say art, it would be like fine arts or like any kind of art?
Any kind of art.
Oh yeah, just generally, yeah. I guess would music be like part of arts as well, or
could be considered.
Yeah. If it would be like a arts as in like a drawing and paintings, I wouldn't have a big interest in there. But other kind of arts like videos or music, yeah, I'd be more than interested to learn more about it. Yeah.
Great. And did you learn drawing when you were a child?
Oh, I didn't learn. Yeah, I guess because back in primary school and intermediate, we have to take art subjects like compulsory. It's a compulsory subject, so I had to, but I wasn't the best student in this subject. But yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about time management. So, do you like being busy?
Yes. Going back to the story where I told you about New Zealand, so I think I like. I think I'm a busy person. I'm an active person. I like keep moving. I like being organized. So yeah. I don't really like lying down. Yeah.
And do you usually make a plan for your day?
Usually, yes. Yeah. Not like just a little. Sorry. Yes, I do. So when I wake up in the morning, or probably the night before I sleep, I'll write up the things like to-do list that I'll have to do on the day. Yeah, and I like ticking those off. It just makes me satisfied.
Great. And when do you find it hard to allocate time?
When?
Yeah.
I'll probably say. Let me think. Probably when I'm taking a break at the moment, but especially when I go to work, I'll probably get tired. Then sometimes, like energy-wise, it'll be yeah. Did that answer your question, or?
Yeah. That's fine for that one. Yeah. Let's talk about a couple more about websites. So, what kinds of websites do you often visit?
Probably YouTube would be my main website. Then secondly, am I allowed to say the company names? Is that all right?
That's fine. Yeah.
Google, searching up stuff. Yeah. I'll probably say YouTube and Google would be my main websites that I watch. Yeah.
Yes. Why do you like these websites?
Especially YouTube. I do YouTube as a hobby. So I like watching all these Korean YouTubes, music. It's the only thing I do after work, to be honest. Yeah. The Google's just pretty much searching, random stuff.
Perfect. Okay, that'll do us for part 1 of the test. So now we'll go on to part 2. So let me give you the question here. So there's your question, right? So you can take a pencil there if you want. You can do some note taking here if you like.
Okay.
So that's your question. So you have 1 minute to prepare your answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'll give you 1 minute from now.
Sure.
So that's actually 1 minute
Oh,
now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask you this question, and you should try to speak for a maximum of 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
2
okay.
minutes, okay? So describe a time that something changed your life in a good way.
In a good way. So it was about 3 years ago when I was back in New Zealand. I did like a little family project. So we used to live in a house. There was about pretty old house. What we had to do was, since it was so old, we had to demolish it, and we were planning to rebuild it into a new house. So I had to get that project done for the family. Of course, it wasn't only me; all the families helped me out on that. But it was a long project, and it was a new, like an industry, like a field that I had to study and get all the people done, get all the people together to get the job done. So I did that for 3 years, and yeah, and it was pretty, intimidated. It was pretty scary at first because I've never worked in that industry before, so I was pretty scared. But it was a new challenge for me as well, and as I described before, I like being active, keep moving along. So I was scared at first, but throughout the 3 years period, there was really up and downs, because there was things that didn't get done properly, or there was moments where it didn't go as part of the plan. So I was pretty upset, pretty angry. But it actually turned out that I realized that having all these plans and all these time managements, I learned that it doesn't always go in the way that I want it to be. So just letting myself down, letting myself go, and having that project done for the 3 years period actually helped me to develop like people skills. Yeah, it's not 2 minutes, Nick.
That's 1 minute 57
Oh my God.
seconds. Okay, that's basically it. That's good. So you were happy with how it turned out in the end?
In the end, it was my first time doing it, so I'm satisfied. Not quite high up there, but to be honest, I'm not sure if I would do it again. But
Okay.
yeah, I learned a lot though.
Nice one. All right, let's go on to part 3 of the test.
Sure.
Okay. So, are there any disadvantages if people keep making changes?
Ooh. In just general basis, like
Yeah,
life?
generally speaking.
Yes, I would say there's always pros and cons, but if you keep changing the way you live, I think being persistent, is really important as part of your life, because I think you learn a lot and you gain a lot, all the experiences, and if you want to achieve something, being persistent has to be, it's quite inevitable, so it has to be in there to get yourself high up there. Yeah. Did it answer the question?
Yeah, sure. And why do you think some people avoid making changes?
Oh, it's because I think number one, they're probably used to it, and some people hate changes. Is because they're used to it and they're scared trying out new part of their life. Yeah. Because there's all these sacrifices if you make any changes. Some they might be scared they might lose that. But yeah.
Yes. And why do some people often change their job?
Ooh, so I'm currently trying to change my job as well. But it's just number one, if you want to try out new industry, if you're interested, I think people change that as well, or you might get sick of it and you might try it out and be like, oh, I don't think this is it. So but life is long, so why not?
Yes. And do you think in your country it's common for people to change jobs often, or do they usually keep a job for a long time?
Ooh, unfortunately, I think it's quite common to change their jobs, because I don't know why. I guess everyone would be different, but interesting, like half of my friends, they've changed their jobs or changed their country as well. So not quite sure the reason why, but yeah.
Right. And who do you think can adapt to changes more easily, younger people or older people?
I would probably say younger people, yeah, because older people, they're used to what they're doing. They might have lived in that way or worked that way for a long period of time. So I guess younger people have the time and the energy sort of to put that energy into the new change. Yeah. So they could easily go back. So I guess younger people, yeah.
And do you think technology has changed people's lives a lot in recent years?
Yes, it's because technology would have created more new jobs, and also the way they work as well. Like a lot of people, I have my friends, they work from home, which is pretty cool. I've never done that before. So yeah, it just changed our lives a lot. So yeah.
What do you think are the advantages of working from home?
It saves you time. Time, energy, money. So you just pretty much wake up half an hour before you start work, just wash, a little breakfast, start working. There's pros and cons, but yeah.
Could you tell me some of the disadvantages?
Ooh, personally, as I described, as I said, I like being active. So if I had to work and sleep in the same environment, I think I'll get bored. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to concentrate. Yeah, I like to keep them separate. Yeah.
Yes. And do you think in the future many more jobs will be replaced by technology?
Ooh, hopefully it balances out, but I think it will. Yeah. I'll probably say managing wise, no, but jobs that could be easily replaced, like repetitive work, people those obviously they'll change. To be honest, I can't think of anything.
Okay. That's perfect. That'll do us for part 3 now. So that's the test complete. All right, so now let's talk about the feedback. Let's give you some feedback. But so obviously you lived in New Zealand for a long time. Your English is really clear. Good pronunciation and fluency. Grammar is mostly there as well. One thing I would say is just about the vocabulary. When you're doing the IELTS test, if you want to score up, if you're looking for a 9. You need to use a lot of phrasal verbs, use some idioms. You did use a lot, yeah, but some of your answers in part 1 were a little bit simplistic and a little bit repetitive a couple of times. In part 1 as well, when students are taking the test, try to give a few sentences for each question and try to give reasons for the answer. But part 2 you spoke for a full 2 minutes, and part 3 you were able to discuss the topics very clearly. So I would just say whenever students are taking the IELTS test, simple vocabulary is okay, but try and use a variety. Yeah, variety is important. But yeah, that was a really good test. So thanks for coming in.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.